Hello, my gorgeous friends. We're going to be clearing fatigue today. Make sure you're 100% open to receiving that healing, and let's start straight away, shall we? Right, clearing fatigue is running at, I'm sure I've done this before, 100 positive, that's a good one, and 100 negative. Okay. Have I done this one before? We're at one level of consciousnness, so it's not as low as the others tend to be down here, but it's still way lower than all the way there and all the way up there. So I'm just going to ask your high self teams to do a clearing on that, bring it up, well, keeping it at 100 positive and reducing the negativity down to 0% negative, raising up to radiant love, new paradigm level of consciousness, clearing away any programs, any blockages, any stifled energy there. Anything that can be cleared, any belief systems inside and outside of time, across all time and space and dimension, all energy bodies. This is just a group taster, as you regulars know. It's not a full clearing, it's a bit of a taster. I don't go into any depth at all. I don't show you all the charts. If you're interested in learning more about the system, by Robert E. Detzler's books, The Freedom Path and Soul Recreation, and Spiritual Healing is another good book. I would show you that too, but I've lost it. It's a great book, that is. It's got lots of symbols and shapes in it to help you to heal. If you're interested in training as a practitioner, then contact the Spiritual Response Association in the United States, or train with my teacher, malabikashaw.com. Lovely lady. She trained directly with Robert E. Detzler, who was the founder of this thing. I don't do coaching on SRT. I use SRT within my private coaching practice, but I don't coach people how to use SRT because I don't teach people how to become an SRT practitioner. I decided not to go down that route. But Malabika's a wonderful teacher, and there are other amazing teachers out there. Maria Vreit-Skulaka, forgive me if I pronounce that wrong. She's Dutch, I think, but she lives in the UK as well. Wonderful teacher in East Sussex. I think she teaches in the Netherlands as well, but there are other Malabikas in the United States. I think she's moved to Florida recently. But there are other amazing teachers out there, so all over the world. So hunt them down and give this system a go, because it's a wonderful, wonderful, powerful system. Complex, but powerful. Chart 6A, master programs and discordant energy. So we're clearing anything that's causing fatigue, inside left. What do we got? It's addictions. Anything else? No. So I'm just going to ask that that's cleared. I'm not going to ask anything about past life, ancestral, or anything like that. This is just a taster. We're just going to clear what we can within sort of a 15-minute window, really. Just a brief, very brief clearing. Not going into any depth as it's a group clearing. We're just giving you a bit of a taster so you can get a feel of the system. If you want to have clearings with me, then all my details are on the underneath this video, this clearing. And the clearing works at a quantum level, so it can be done at any time. And if you feel drawn to come back to this clearing, that's absolutely fine as well. If you want to do it again and again, you feel that urge to do that, just be careful not to consciously control that. That's like trying to fix yourself, and you don't need fixing. Just see when you're drawn to it, if you feel drawn to it, or if it keeps coming up, if a particular clearing keeps coming up in your list, or you notice that you're drawn to certain things keep showing themselves to you, maybe on social media or out in the real world, then maybe there's something that is trying to make itself whole, something that's trying to reach out within your mind there, something that needs looking at. Right, chart 13, which is programs before creation. Level 7 and 8, which referred to numerous charts held on the other side of life. We're just going to ask that they're applied in terms of this issue that we're clearing. I hope you're all keeping well, looking after yourselves, lots of self-nurturing. So the next one I'm going to do after fatigue is the pituitary gland is coming next. Again, it's one of those ones I could have sworn I'd done before, but like all these things, I've done so many that I think some of them are just in an idea in my mind. Maybe I've done them in a parallel universe. I don't know. I have so many things to clear on my list, so I always take what I believe would be the most popular ones first. So some people have been waiting a long time for some of them, and I do apologise. I do try to please you all, but if I know there's something that's suggested that's going to appeal to more people, then I will move that to the top of the list. Chart 21, final items, this one universe. Again, we're just going through this very simply, very straightforward. Odds and ends, that's it. So let's just clear those odds and ends away in this one universe. And as Robert said about odds and ends, he said almost anything can be put on an odds and ends list. That's true. Sometimes it's called a checklist. So once you start the list, Spirit will maintain it. Yeah, it's just odds and ends in this one universe there. Bits and pieces. We're really sort of defragmenting things, aren't we? When we're using this, we're clearing lots of debris, lots of noise, refining the way, clearing obsolete programs, outdated programs, belief systems, emotional attachments, things that are no longer relevant or appropriate, old creative programming. I mean, if you just look at a PC and the way a PC operates, we're a more organic version of that in many ways, aren't we? At its most simplistic, of course. And I guess with AI coming on now, you know, there's a huge potential with AI. I think the Dalai Lama didn't rule out computers having a consciousness, like AI having a consciousness in the future. You know, spirit is infinite potentiality. I must rewatch that film, AI, actually, because AI is coming in at a rapid rate now. We are caught up in misbeliefs. These are learning blocks at spirit level, so let's just clear those away. Does anyone fear AI? If anyone fears AI, let me know and I'll add it to the list. it's something that can really run away with itself, isn't it? AI. It's at the moment it's still in its baby stages, but it's growing really rapidly, and it does make you wonder where it's going, doesn't it? That's for another time, I think. Interesting. Every day there's something changing in the world, something transforming. It's gaining pace rapidly at the moment as well. Is there anything that's going on in the world that people are fearing right now? So if there's something that's really getting to a lot of people, then I'll do a clearing on it to help you. So much is changing so rapidly, it's difficult to pin it down, but right, are we going to mop up? So let's just go to mop up for fatigue. It's quite a short one, this one. I'm sure I've done cleared fatigue before, so somewhere in my back catalogue. I need to do the endocrine system as well, don't I? I'm doing the pituitary gland next, as my next clearing for next week. So, but I just saw my list. That needs to be done as well. Right then, I think that's done. Yeah, feels better. So, so happy, I subdue, happy, will I hold? Yeah, anything has to be done this time? Nope. So where are we now with fatigue? 100 positive, 0 negative. Again, feeling clearer and lighter. Pendulum really feels different. So radiant love, new paradigm level. Smashing. Usual advice, I don't need to keep telling you, do I? No, I don't. So have a lovely time. See you on the next clearing. Lots of love.